Hello and welcome to our Gold Rush Daily. And this is the first day of the month, September 1st. And yeah, last month was quite good. But let's begin by looking at the fundamentals. So today, basically, I look for the fundamentals of what you're expecting for the week, being the first webinar on a Monday. I mean, the first session will be on a Monday. So today on Monday, it's a bank holiday for the US. That is Labor Day. So most of the dollar index might, for the best time possible, be on some consolidation. So it's not really the best day to look for trading opportunities, especially for the dollar pairs. Tomorrow we'll be looking at the ISM manufacturing PMI for the dollar, and basically for this one, above 50, when the actual is 50 and above, it's good for the currency, and below 50, it's weak for the currency. So also, we'll be having on Wednesday the JOLTS job opening report, whereby this data also will be very influential in terms of bringing some volatility in the market. And then on Thursday, we'll be having the ADP non-farm employment change, the unemployment claims, and the ISM service PMI, again for the dollar. So we expect quite some volatility there. And then on Friday, now we will culminate with the major event for the week, and that is the non-farm employment change. So if you look at the predictions here, the forecasted figures, the average hourly earnings is um, being forecasted to remain the same at 0.3%. The non-farm employment change is being forecasted to slightly increase from 73K to 74K, and the unemployment claims is being forecasted to increase from 4.2 to 4.3K. All right. So, but more of these we shall basically look at it in details on our Friday Gold Rush Daily, whereby we'll be trying to digest what the data is likely to do. Okay, so that's what we are looking at. On other news, over the weekend, we saw Donald Trump tweeting or creating, not really tweet, I mean, creating a tweet in his X account, saying that without tariffs and all the trillions of dollars we have already taken in, our country will be completely destroyed and our military power will be instantly obliterated. So, in a 7 to 4 opinion, a radical left group of judges didn't care. But one Democrat Obama appointed actually voted to save our country. I could like to thank him for his courage. He loves and respects the US. So this is basically the ruling. Uh, we had the court ruled that the tariffs that are being implemented are unconstitutional, and we saw 4 of the 7 judge a bench of judge vote to rule that the tariffs are unconstitutional. Okay, so then also I was able to see another tweet which is very critical here, whereby Trump says that prices are way down in the US with virtually no inflation. With the exception of ridiculous, corrupt politicians approved windmills, which are killing every state and the country that uses them. Energy prices are falling big time. Gasoline is at many years low. All of these, despite magnificent tariffs, which are bringing in trillions of dollars from countries that took total advantage of us for decades and are making America strong and respected again. So still this treaty is basically in terms of the inflation and basically showing how he is really passionate, all very undermanned for the Fed to cut their rates. Okay, so now let's go to the technical look of things. And technically, here we see gold create. I mean, gold push really high. All right, so we saw last month gold was very bullish. You can see last month gaining about 4.78%. This is from the monthly time frame, so we see quite bullishness there. And if you look at it also on the weekly time frame, we see consecutive gains for the week, about about 2 consecutive weeks, gold has been rallying up. So right now, what you're looking at is the price to come and maybe probably this level, the all-time highs at 3,500, right? 0.20. Okay. So the level around here where we have the all-time high. Let me mark that. Yes, that is already marked. So that is the 3,000. Let me have it precisely. 3,500 0.20 level. Okay. So also despite this volatility is caused by the dovish sentiment by the Fed. Also, we are looking at being now a safe haven appeal increasing again, of course, propelled by the geopolitical risk in Ukraine because we saw Russia retaliating or reciprocating the attack to Ukraine. And also, we see there was a lot of central bank buying of gold in August. So we want maybe to see, maybe probably they might continue with the buying of gold because central banks are really buying gold in terms of reserve. So some of the volatility or risk aversion hedges that we are looking at in terms of gold is the employment data, the U.S. employment data on Friday. Also, we are looking at we're also looking at we're also looking at the geopolitical tensions, whether they are going to escalate, right? So that's a key thing that we are looking at, and maybe probably the US, the fresh EU sanctions on Russia, which is likely to impact the prices of gold. So if you look at it now from, let me go back to the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame, we were also looking at this wedge here that we see now the price has decisively broken above that wedge. Okay, so we see prices decisively now breaking above that wedge. Okay, so now we are looking at the price coming to the all-time, the testing the all-time high, maybe probably gonna have another all-time high. So when you look at the daily time frame now, what we are seeing here is quite some bullishness in terms of prices, whereby you can see the bullish momentum that is really kicking in here. Okay, so we have quite a very bullish momentum that is kicking in. So I anticipate the price maybe probably to create an all-time high and then maybe push down to retest. So the levels that we'll be looking on the daily time frame in terms of a retest, I think this is the key level here. We have an order block there because this particular point, the price has created BOS. Okay, here the price has created a break of structure. So in case it pushes on the downside, we are looking at around that 340, which is probably too way far in terms of considering that. But I'm looking at the trading range maybe for this month or maybe for this week being about just forget about that. So I'm looking at the trading range for this week being just about maybe something to do with between 3,400 to 3,500, maybe this particular week, that should be the trading range. Once the price takes out the all-time high, we might be able to see the price push. Maybe we might be able to see some more bullish price momentum. Okay, we might be able to see some more bullish. I mean, once the price creates an all-time high, we might be able to see some retracement in terms of prices before we see the bullish continuation, the bullishness continuation of prices. Okay, so that's one of the things that we are looking forward, maybe probably to see. So when we come to the 4-hour time frame, what we'll really be looking at on the 4-hour time frame is how the price maybe probably gonna react at these particular levels. Okay, so because this has been a key level that has been violated here, right? That particular level whereby we have seen the price breaking above that zone. Okay, because we were looking at it this way being a very key level. If you look at it like that, right? So we have seen the price already taking out that particular level, and we have also been able to see a retest here. Okay, we have also been able to see a retest at this particular level. So what I'll be looking at maybe probably on the 4 hour time frame, of course, even this level remains, all right, very high probability. The price might drop to test out this particular breakout now. Then now maybe probably price can dig slightly deeper. But again, when you go to the lower time frames, like the 1 hour time frame now, we are seeing some potential zones that the price is likely to come to. Okay, so here we are talking about now this level being very key. So let me delete these particular so that we can now be able to mark our zone. So we are looking at that particular level. We are also looking at this particular level here. Right, so prices looks very bullish. So in case the price retraces to this level, we will be looking for some buying momentum. We will be looking for some buying setups around this particular zone. And in case the price drops down to this level, we will be looking at some more buying opportunities. Okay, so in case you are going to see maybe probably the price, how the price is going to react at this particular point, because what we are seeing is quite some huge momentum. Even today, when we have the US Labor Day, we are seeing quite a lot of momentum for this particular asset. So if we go to the lower time frames, what we are seeing here now, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at a scenario, probably even when the price now is able to take out that intermediate high at that particular point, and maybe probably give a retracement, maybe on the lower direction, gives a retracement, maybe the price coming all the way down to this particular point, and then we are able to look for some opportunities. If it breaks below this level, then we'll be looking at these being the next level for engaging in terms of looking in terms of buying opportunities. But a break below this level can also propel some significant price push. Maybe looking at some sell opportunities, but again, I wouldn't really look so much on selling opportunities here. I'll really want the price to come to the buying zone, and then now I check the opportunity. Okay, so looking at it even from the far from this time frame here, so what we are seeing is potential. Now the price like almost reaching equal highs there. So again, these levels remain significant in terms of maybe probably looking for some opportunities, because I'm looking at a trading range, maybe probably. So this is a breaker. So I'm looking at a trading range, maybe probably between 3,400, 3,500 as the trading range that I'm looking at. So let's really monitor and see what the price is likely to do. We can stick to the levels that we have already identified, and then now we are able to watch price and wait patiently. Remember, today is the first day of the month. It's a US bank holiday, that is Labor Day. So we might not have much volatility per se. So we might be more, or we might be able to see price um, consolidate for some time. Okay, we might be able to see price consolidate for some time. So let's be slow in terms of executing entries. Okay, we be slow in terms of executing entries, and we see how maybe probably price will be. So in case you get a setup today, especially for the dollar pairs, it's always good to minimize the risk as much as possible. Okay, to minimize the risk as much as possible. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for gold today. Let's see what transpires. Always remember to stay cautious, to stay disciplined, to really be focused, especially engaging in the financial market. So with that, thank you so much, and let's meet again tomorrow for another Gold Rush Daily.